Natal astrology was not a Greek invention, contrary to what some scholars purport, and they are definitely out there. Mesopotamian astrologers were practicing mundane natal astrology. For example, Hittite texts outline the natal prognosis of children born in each month, and the Babylonians had numerous natal horoscopes based on birth and time. And I mean numerous, like it was ridiculous. Anybody who says that the Greeks came up with natal astrology has not looked very hard. Additionally, divinations of all sorts, especially liver divinations, were common in Sumer. Hominid traditions continued throughout the Near East well into the Common Era, and there's no reason to think that astrological divinations weren't just as commonplace and just as common in use in daily Sumerian life. Again, this goes back to we don't have all of the documentation, but pretty much all of the Sumerian divination information just continued down, just like everything else. And as I just mentioned up here, we know that natal astrology was being practiced throughout Mesopotamia. So we want to credit the Sumerians with the 360-degree circle. They used to credit them with the wheel, but I think that's been debunked. We want to credit them with inventing writing, algebra. Some now say trigonometry, but we're just supposed to believe that natal astrology just passed them by, I guess. I don't know, the interesting things that the academic world would like us to believe. The Greek usurpation of Babylonian astrology. Not surprisingly, Babylonian astrology became popular among the Greeks, and many changes were made in Hellenistic times. One of the biggest changes was the creation and implementation of the Greek element-modality system, which associated each of the 12 zodiac signs with one of the 4 classical elements, earth, air, fire, and water. It also associated them with a modus operandi of either cardinal, mutable, or fixed. It's very, very important to understand that these ideas, whether or not they're valid on their own, had nothing to do with astrology. They're a very recent invention. Another Greek invention was the planetary rulership system, which usurped the original divine associations of the constellations, which they were very clear about, by randomly assigning to them luminaries and planets, which they felt fit their alchemic schemes. So basically what happened, they took the 2 brightest luminaries in the sky, the sun and the moon, and they assigned them to the 2 brightest months, I guess we can call them solar months of the year. And they assigned them to the 2 constellations they felt represented the brightest times of the year, which happened to be Leo and Cancer. They then just went down the list and just assigned Mercury, Venus, the moon, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn to the other ones at random, completely disregarding the original divine associations or planetary associations. Greek changes to the astrology of the Near East became so commonplace, the modern practitioner of astrology, including Vedic astrology and Jyotish, is barely aware of its ancient Babylonian and Sumerian origins.